Congress is on the verge of passing the largest veterans health care bill in decades.
Yeah, the Honoring Our PACT Act would extend health care and benefits to millions of vets. Mike Gooding has the latest.
During America's wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the military disposed of hazardous materials and waste by incinerating them in large burn pits often located near bases. The Sergeant First Class Heath Robinson Honoring Our PACT Act is the most comprehensive toxic exposure legislation to ever pass Congress. Once signed into law, the PACT Act will mean that 3.5 million veterans who were exposed to noxious fumes emanating from the burn pits dating back to Operation Desert Storm will have access to VA care and benefits. 23 types of cancers and respiratory conditions will now be presumed to be service-related and would be covered. The Senate passed the legislation last week by a vote of 84 to 14.
Honoring and respecting and maintaining our obligation to our veterans is, I think, one of the most important jobs I have.
Virginia Senator Mark Warner says even in a bitterly divided Congress, when it comes to veterans, lawmakers from both sides can come together and do the right thing.
The fact that it got close to 80 votes showed that, at least when it comes to veterans, the vast majority of us, regardless of party, are willing to put our country's money where our mouth is to make sure that we honor those obligations for people who have given their lives, provided the service to keep the country safe and free.
The measure faces one final vote in the House, where it already passed in March 256 to 174 before advancing to President Biden's desk. Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.
In a statement, President Biden said this legislation makes good on our sacred obligation to care for veterans, their families, caregivers, and survivors.